Alright, what's up boys? Your boy Phamtom back for another video of Heroes of the Storm Dead Game. Well, I'm actually surprised they're still doing that PTR thing. I guess Microsoft bought Blizzard, right? So let's see about the patch note. But first, before we go into the patch note, Reddit. OMG, Janitor Leoric causing a riot. New Brawl mode added. Well, just for perspective, they used to have this thing called Brawl that they would have a different game mode or like a map every week. It could be like a different rule, like like stitches, fighting stitches, hooking stitches, chromie, sandblasting chromies, or like PvE like co-op mode, like like story, when you have to team up and fight the Zerg. They took it off, apparently, and now I guess it's back. Okay, Janitor Leoric in the PTR. Well, for those of you who don't know, Hots is kind of dead. Hero of the Storm. Hots is kind of dead, right? Usually in a dead game like this, the only one maintaining the game on the server and like fixing bug is the skeleton crew. And like we used to make like a joke about like it's the intern maintaining the game, or it's the janitor, like. And in the game, there's a guy called Leoric. He's the skeleton king. So we have a thing called Janitor Leoric. And the funny thing is there's also a skin for Janitor Leoric. And he's on the PTR. It's kind of fun. Intentional or what? Because... wow. Legendary skin for only 2,000 gold. Because usually legendary skins like what, 10,000 gold? I guess this is Blizzard trolling. Blizzard Microsoft. Because Microsoft bought Blizzard. Upcoming Brawl leak. Yeah, events coming back in. What is this? I don't remember this. It's been a while. Lunar Rocket Racing. Yeah. It's kind of cool. This is the PTR. I haven't played it. I barely play these days when I record video. This is the patch, okay? PTR. I don't know when is the launch date. When is this change gonna hit the public server? Yeah, right here. Brawl, cool. 1st and 15. Okay, so I guess 2 Brawl a month. Back then it's 1 Brawl per week, so 4 Brawl per month. Okay, Oreo. Okay, only damage enemy hero. I guess you're not healing. I'm not sure. Increase attack range. This is the big change. Reservoir of Hope. Quest reduced by 75 to 75 to 55. So 20. Yeah, 20 less quest stacks. Well, 20 less healing per quest stack. This is pretty good change, because when you hit level 16, right, you can stack this quest so much. Sometimes my Oreo would have like 4,000 pool of healing. Yeah, and it's pretty easy to stack. So you just pick like a high damage dealer, a DPS, and you pair with Oreo, and then you can stack. Think about this. Rhaegar and Stressor healing can heal someone to full, right? With Oreo, if you stack your quest, you can heal the team to full every few seconds that you restack it. It's crazy. My expectation is this thing is still really good. I'm still gonna pick it. 55 is still a steal, man. Yeah, buffing armor reduction, like spell power, it's kind of low. You're still picking this one. If you're picking Oreo, you're picking it for this one. Maybe the blind as well. Yeah, the blind with the Q. Yeah, sure. Nothing too crazy. These are like small changes. Johanna, Shuglear. I feel like Johanna is not the best tank right now. I don't know why they're nerfing her to mana. It's just mana. Late game you have a lot of mana. This change probably hit her early game, right? And maybe ARAM. ARAM, you need the mana. Yeah, late game you have a lot of mana. Maybe in sustained team fight. Late game you don't want to come back. You don't want to be back to the portal. You don't want to Hearthstone back to back to your base. So maybe you have to wait for like a few seconds before you fight again. I don't know why they're nerfing her damage. Bonus health. She doesn't do any damage. She's like a shield, but she doesn't She's like a brick wall, but she does not do any damage. I don't like those hero. I like tank that can do some damage. Example, Muradin, Diablo. Uh, yeah, like those. Morganas can do damage too. Can be kind of fun. Even Blaze can do some damage with the fire takes. You know, like the Odin stuff. Yeah, this change is so bad. Who thought this talent is good? Who thought the hammer does anything? At level 13 with scaling at 13, maybe it does like maybe 120 damage. That's useless. I think you should buff this talent from 74 to like 100. And it will still be not the best. Duration increase, nice though. Damage increase. Reduction, so more tanky boys. More slow as well, so more tanky. A little bit more crowd control. Nerf damage, that's a big misplay. We should increase, you know, like variety. Like, you know, if you pick this talent, you sacrifice something else to get this effect. That's how you like increase the variety of the build. That's kind of useless, except ARAM. Yeah, ARAM could be okay, but yeah. But if you have a healer, it's whatever. Sure. Nerf Tracer. So why are you nerfing Tracer, bro? Like, Tracer is so hard to play. And she's not even the best hero. Okay, right here, look. Compare between her and Zojin. Who think Tracer is better than Zojin? Tracer has higher skill cap. You die easier, and you do less damage. You do have more mobility, but that's about it. They just kill you. And you have less health. And Zojin, you know, if you pick the guillotine, that ult, yeah, you can poke people from far away, or you can go that W build with the axes. I forgot the name. The W, the two throwing axes. You can poke them far away. That's a build as well. It's not the best. The auto attacks are the best, but still. And Zojin, with that quest, you can increase your attack range as well by like 1.1. Yeah. Okay, speaking of Zojin, increase basic attack damage, but less bonus damage from quest completion. Okay, so I don't know what is the numbers of when the quest finish, but this is to help him before he finish the quest. Yes, and I guess when he finished the quest, it's gonna be kind of even. But with Zojin, it's infinite stacking. Yeah, you know how most hero you can stack, and then when you reach the limit, you don't stack no more. With Zojin, it's infinite stacking. So I guess maybe this is so after you finish the stack, you're gonna gain less damage. So good early game, bad late game. I haven't worked out the math to like see at how many stacks is the number even, and at how many stacks do you start losing damage late game. Less damage. I like it. Buff guillotine. I like it. This one doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, the cooldown matters. Tazdingo, 10 seconds. I don't like it because without this Tazdingo, it's kind of hard to play Zojin. Yeah. I feel like Zojin ult was fine. The fact that you nerf his late game damage with the bonus quest completion, I think that's pretty good enough. Killing window, this is bad. 1.5 second was a little too much, yes, but 0.5 is a little bit too little. What if you make it like 1.25 or 1? Because right now you have a 1.5 second window before you can kill someone again or keep hitting someone. But what if they kite you, you know, like, I think 1 point, it was a little strong, yes. What if they just nerf the attack speed bonus, or that they just change the duration to like 1.25 or 1? 0.5 I feel like it's just too much, yeah. It's just too much of a nerf. Oh, bus saw. Wow. Okay. Overall, you know, kind of cool changes. Zojin is still very strong. Although now, yeah, this is going to be still be the main one. If you're playing competitive Zojin, you're playing Tazdingo. So you lose about 10 seconds cooldown for the ult. So you have to wait more before you can play aggressive. Plus, your late game stacks is probably a lot less. I don't know how much. Bug fixes. That's it. That's what the balance changes. I mean, there's a lot of bug fixes. Like, yeah, it's just a lot. I'm gonna scroll through. You guys can pause and read if you want. I'm not gonna bother go through all of it. Thank you, Janitor Leoric, for doing this. It's a small patch compared to what we used to have. Like, the game's been there for like what, 5 or 6 years. Yeah, you know, for the amount of comments and Reddit posts on Reddit for that game like this for 5 or 6 years of like that game, it's still pretty good. I hope Microsoft revive this game because just the fact that you have a different map with different objective, every map, you just have so much variety to play. So much. Like, how do I show you the map? I don't know. This is Hero. This is older Hero. Yeah, there's a lot of Hero. Warcraft Hero. So I grew up watching Warcraft. I don't know if this is older Hero. Let's see here. What's the latest Hero? Orphea. They have it. Hogger. Okay, so it's updated. They have older Hero, I guess. They don't. I don't see what the map is. Media. Yeah, I can't show you the map. Oh, right here. These are all the maps. There are so many maps. Yeah. My favorite map is Shire. Let me click it. Alright, let's play. That's my favorite map. So before we go in, you have a top lane and you have a bottom lane. And you know, it's like capture the flag. No, it's not capture the flag. You have to like hold the spot. And you know, like Marvel Rivals, you know, you hold the spot to 100%. So you have the top lane and the bottom lane. Right? And then you have a middle lane. So the top and the bottom lane, you have to hold the spots. And then when you hold your team occupy both spots in the middle lane, it's gonna channel from top and bottom to the middle, and then you can capture the objective. And the objective is the Dragon Shire. It's a dragon. And you know your hero can channel into the dragon statue to become the dragon. And the dragon has a lot of health, damage, and new abilities. And late game dragon is super strong. Like you can use the dragon to siege, and sometimes if you do it right, you can also kill some hero. Or kick them out, or like remove them from the fight with that kick. Or displacement. Yeah, let's go. The game graphics not too bad for like this game came out like what 2014, and they've been there for a long time. It looks about like 2014 graphics.
Hello and welcome to a battleground overview for Heroes of the Storm. In this video, let's take a look at the map mechanics faced on Dragon
nostalgia
Shire.
With this guy cloaking. Yeah, he left a long time ago, but I like his voice a lot.
Inside the Nexus. This is Dragon Shire, a 3.
Okay, look, top lane, bottom lane. You have to hold the objective right here and right here. And when you hold it, you channel him, you capture the dragon. And there's a lot of camp on the map that you can capture these camps, these mercenaries. And once you capture it, once you kill them and then you capture this point after you kill them, they become your ally. So this guy is the I guess it's called like, I don't know what it is. It's like an ogre that throw rocks, but that hits AoE, so it can hit the whole minion wave. So you can just like capture these camps. And this one is the they have like 4 warrior that has a lot of tank. This is also the 4 warrior. So usually, you know, you can also invade the enemy camp and capture it. And the good thing about the enemy camp when you capture it is these ogre, the rock ogre, they don't walk right here. They walk backline. So I think they're out of range of the towers. So if the enemy doesn't deal with it because they're fighting with the objective or fighting right here or defending the dragons, these boys can walk to here and then completely destroy the towers. As long as stopping any minion wave. Because the minion wave come right here, right? So they can stop one minion wave and they can kill all the towers. So you're laying this super push. It's crazy. Like, this camp is really crazy. This camp not too much because they have to come close to the towers. And the towers shoot them down. Although this camp is really tanky. Yeah, so they can take down the towers too. Plus the minion wave that come out can also attack them as well. But this camp is crazy.
Lane map, home.
You can buy a lot of time because your team, if the enemy team's grouping up, right? One person have to come down and deal with this camp. They have to. Or they take structure damage. And because of that, your team have like a man advantage up there. Like a 4v3 up there or whatever, 5v4.
To a foreboding Dragon Knight statue in the middle of the battleground. Should teams wish to tap the hidden power of this statue, they must spread out and work together to secure the magic shrine.
Yeah, you have to channel. And if you take damage, you stop the channel. So someone has to stay mid as well to stop the channel. If the enemy holds top and bottom. Like bottom, top. Objective.
And bottom of the map. Securing both shrines will allow a team member to bring the Dragon Knight to life. This team member is now a veritable warrior of destruction to be feared by the opposing team.
Yeah, the dragon has the fire abilities. I don't know if it's show here.
To be feared.
Yeah, it burns. It does like a burn on the ground. So anyone who walks into the fire, no, it's not burn. Anyone who got breathed at, like fire breath at, it's gonna take damage over time. And then the dragon has a knock up displacement ability. So you're gonna, it's like a left click target. So you cannot miss it. That's a left click. So let's say right here, right? You kick her and then she's gonna be displaced or flew back into the direction that you're kicking her. So if you kick her right here, she's gonna fly back to like here. So I guess there are some cases you can walk behind her and kick her like back here. Kick her in front of your whole team and you just kill her.
By the opposing team.
Yeah. Or you can also kick her past the objective, past the wall, right? Like right here. If you kick her like right here, if you're right here and she's right here, you can kick her past the wall, so she has to spend a lot of time walking back. That's the good thing as well.
This team member is now a veritable warrior of destruction to be feared by the opposing team, dealing massive damage while being incredibly hard to take down. The Dragon
And
Knight,
you can also fire breath the whole wave of minions.
his fire breath ability is a
Yeah, and
great tool for clearing minion waves.
Yep.
He can also strategically punt an enemy hero away from a fight if
Yep, you kick them like they have to walk back, like
desired.
basically remove or kill the enemy a few seconds from the fight.
Should a team manage to secure the Dragon Knight,
Get the dragon
you can
fight.
expect
I think the channel is like 4 or 5 seconds.
them to turn their attention to the destruction of towers, forts.
So usually when you're being channeled, you have another teammate in the bush. While you're channeling right here, you would have another teammates like guarding right here in case the enemy throw like an abilities to interrupt the channel. Yeah.
Them to turn their attention to the destruction of towers.
And there are some games, like when I hold both the top and the bottom objective, and then when I want to channel, there's an enemy in the middle who keep like throwing an ability, then walk away, like keep disrupting the channel. It's pretty annoying. Yeah, but it's pretty fun.
Forts, keeps, and ultimately their opponent's core. Acquiring the Dragon Knight is easier said than done, especially when opponents will constantly interfere. Expect team engagements across the map.
Yeah, this map favors solo lane 1v1 because usually people fight. Let me go back to that point like after
Not
the
only
video.
at the shrines, but mercenary camps and the Dragon Knight spawning location as well. Teams must constantly
Yeah, so you disrupt the channel.
evaluate the positional flow of heroes on this battleground and make strategic adjustments to counter accordingly. Who will seize the power of the Dragon Knight, and who will fall under its destructive power?
Roar! These are like different maps. Okay, so let's go back here. I want to show the whole map. Right here. No?
Foreboding Dragon Knight.
Right here. Okay? So this map is like a pretty solo lane heavy map. So usually in this game, right? It's like a 4v4 top and middle, and then the bottom lane 1v1. There's a lot of 1v1 in this objective right here. And the 4v4 is up here. Right? Usually when the solo lane is being pushed, maybe the 4v4 can send like one person down if they're winning up there to like trying to cap this. Right? Or if you're losing up there, you can also send one down here to like trying to cap this. So if you lose up here, but you won this one, then the enemy cannot channel. And then if the enemy come down here, you just go back up there. Yeah, if the enemy send like an extra person down here, 2v1, you can just send it back up there, so 4v3 up here. And whoever's solo lane win, right? If you force the enemy to be low health and they have to like hard throw back to the base, you can try to capture this camp real quick. Or this one real quick. And sometimes, because I pushed them back so far, I can even rotate up mid and try to do some damage up mid. I don't have to kill anyone, but if I hit the enemy, like if I cause some damages to the enemy and they have to back off and heal, that would buy my team some time. And plus, if the enemy come back with like lower health, it will help my team with a fight. Yeah. Or I can just come up like if my team is like 4v4 up here, if it were this lane and the enemy back, right, I could just come up here and like soak the lane real quick, and like, and then come back down here. So I'm gonna get some XP, and then the minion wave's gonna push into the towers as well, and then I come back here like just fighting. That's a lot of like strategy here, and of course like you also have to know how to use the Dragon Knight, because a lot of people they don't know how to use the Dragon Knight. They just waste the whole Dragon Knight. Yeah, especially the early lane game Dragon Knight, because the early game Dragon Knight is pretty weak. It die easily, but the late game Dragon Knight is super strong. Yeah, you have to have one person who knows how to use Dragon Knight. Plus, right before when the Dragon Knight's low health, right, you wanna back off a little bit, because when the Dragon Knight die, right, yourself you're gonna be in the spot that the Dragon Knight die, so you might be in a bad spot if like you die like in the base or like in front of the enemy team. Yes, so you have to position yourself as well. Like maybe when the Dragon Knight's low health, push back and wait for the minions to come in to siege again, or just wait for a bit. Or you can also team fight as the Dragon Knight. Like when you're low health, when the Dragon Knight's low health, because the Dragon Knight ability and attack is really strong. And the Dragon Knight cannot be stunned, so you're CC immune, right? And plus, the Dragon Knight acts as an extra health, because if the Dragon Knight's damaged, and you keep turn back to human, your health was the health that you had before you become the Dragon Knight. Yeah, I hope this helped. Let me know if you guys are interested in me breaking down the maps or the hero. This is the Dragon Knight logo. It's pretty cool, right? Yeah, just let me know if you guys want me to like break down more maps or whatever. Alright. Peace.